Welcome in, race fans. This is Inters Racing League. I'm Broseph. This is Tier 1, Round 19. We are at Circuit Interlagos, Brazil, the home of Inters, of course. And after the patches of rain during Tier 2 and Tier 3 races recently, weather could play a part here, with it being very overcast. Now, the bloke next to me, he's never overcast. He's always sunny and smiling. Everyone's favourite F1 commentator, Marty B. Welcome into Sky Race Control. How are you, brother?
I'm good, bro. Never overcast. Never a dull day in Marty B's brain. Yeah, it's always kicking off, mate. Thanks for having me here. This is the penultimate round, of course. We're here at Interlagos for the second to last race, mate. Second to last. Gosh, this season has whipped by, hasn't it? It really has, and what a joy it's been. So thankfully it's not raining here today, like you've said. But nobody's actually out on the track enjoying the dry weather. They're all just sitting in there, just probably finishing their cups of tea. And as we do see a pit crew coming out, what's your thoughts on today's race, mate? What do you reckon?
Oh, well, like I said earlier in the intro, I think weather might play a part. It's pretty overcast, so we could see a few patches of rain here or there. But yeah, hopefully just for spectators' sake that it stays nice and dry out on track. But I'll just go over the reserves while I can, Marty. We've got 16 on grid so far. We're waiting on Yusuf to get into the lobby. Hopefully he can find his way in, having a bit of trouble. But the AlphaTauris today, we're missing Ice Iron Rhino. Replacing him is Marcus. And we also have Prezzo. Prezzo F1 in the AlphaTauri as well. I believe it's his debut today. So good luck to him. In the McLaren, we're missing Websy, unfortunately. He was signed recently by team principal Mercy, and so Mercy is replacing him today. Alfa Romeo, Yusuf, as I said, is trying to get in. He's replacing Lorenz Bro. Yusuf is stepping up from Tier 2. In the Mercedes, we are meant to have Sam. Now, he does have an invite, so he should be joining as well during quali, I'd say. He's replacing Brocco today. Sorry, not Brocco. Brocco was in the Alpha. In the Haas, meant to be having Granny, but he's missing today as the reserve. He just was a late out. And I'm a Noob's also out in the Haas. So in the Alpine, we have Damo, a.k.a. Massive Ego, and he's stepping up from Tier 2. So we're missing Tyler today in the Alpine. In the Red Bull, we have El Jacko. You'd probably remember El Jacko was signed to Tier 1. Team principal Scotty, he was drafted actually into Red Bull at the start of the season, and he's back today replacing Riley as a reserve. So good to see him back on track here at Inters. And in the Aston, we have Miller. He's replacing the almighty Prince. So he's sure got his work cut out to live up to that.
They are some big boots to fill, aren't they? Of course, Prince, I know, has gone over to PC, and I think he's retiring at the end of the season. Well, basically retired now, and he gone over to PC. I saw his Discord earlier. He was playing iRacing, which I have actually managed to dabble in myself. We've got a PC, and it's a good time. iRacing is so much different to what this is. They do call F123 an arcade game. You jump on iRacing, and you just completely have to relearn what racing a motor vehicle is. The handling physics on that game are just something else, Broseph. They really are. I highly recommend it. Anybody who's thinking about doing iRacing, I definitely recommend it, but it does mean you've got to get a relatively good PC to do so. I see Mercy. Now, I think Mercy crashed on the pit exit. I'm just going to go and say I think he did. There was a McLaren stranded at the first left-hander of the pit exit, and he is out.
Surely
not.
Dob himself in chat. Let's hope he does that.
Let's Mercy, if you're listening, bro, can you jump into the chat just for a few moments and tell us what happened there? It's a bit strange. I mean, he might be going for a last to first. Mercy stepped up, of course, from Tier 2, had the win here yesterday. And just going back to Massive Ego as well, who's put an 8.806 on the board. I had a fantastic race with that bloke last night. Of course, he did actually have the 3-second penalty, which did bugger him for a podium. So all I had to do was stick with him, and I managed to do that. Shout out to Tetris as well. I had a great fight with him. Shout out to all the front runners, actually. There was a good battle up the front. As we say that, here he is. Mercy, what happened?
Boys.
Bro, did you do the thing?
Turn the wheel on.
Oh no!
I pressed exit pits on the controller, got the wheel, and boom. didn't turn it on.
No.
But you would have got the shock of your life. Just, wow.
Yep.
Yeah. That's super unfortunate there, mate. So, yeah, I bet you'll never do that again.
Last to first challenge, mate. Last to first.
Oh, definitely not. Looking at the grid, there's quite a few quick guys in here, so if I get a P10, I'll be happy.
Yeah,
Top 10,
you'll have to,
yeah.
You'll have to be fighting from the back there. But no, thanks for jumping in and letting us know what happened there. So best of luck for the race, mate. Hope all the bad luck's out of the way for you.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Missy. Yeah, I thought that might have been the case. So his teammate is still out on the track, duels in the fashion of a 1.8.4, which is fantastic. I think pole last night, from memory, was it an 8, almost about an 8 flat or an 8.1 or something or other, as Broke Vegan does actually go an 8.1 as well. This could be an interesting race tyre wear. I tell you what, man, the tyres heat up around here, Broseph. They really do. We had nothing, no pressures at all, and they were. What were yours sitting? Mine were like 102. How were your tyres?
Yeah, upwards, at the end of Sector 3, up around 103, sometimes, upwards of 105. But they did cool down, obviously, when you get onto the straight. And by the time you get to turn 1, sitting on about 100, which is, the optimum temperature pretty much. So, yeah, you had to fight them every now and then. I did have a bit of a half spin with about 5 laps to go, which cost me a couple of places there. But, no, I always like racing around here, and it's technical. You've got to get your turns right, because if you take too much of a curb somewhere, and notice as well, like the back end can go out quite a bit if you haven't got enough downforce there. So just a couple of things to keep your eye on tonight, and the weather, of course, hopefully, because, that adds very tricky conditions when it's wet around here.
Yeah, it really does. Higher downforce, I think, is the way to go around here, if I'm honest. I think, actually, in fact, I won't even... Oh, no, I can say what we were running. We were running a 40-34 in the Ferraris last night, but some of these guys I know are running in the 40s for their front wing, sort of 43, 44, and they're going to be relatively slow down the straight, but man, they're going to be rapid in those S's and in the final sector. So it's sort of, it's hit and miss. Do you sort of, do you set the car up to win in the turns, or do you set it up to make the most of that massive main straight and the DRS zone? Of course, we saw who was it last year in the real F? No, this year in the real F1, Sergio Perez nearly got, was it Fernando Alonso, I think, for third and fourth. Down the main straight there, it came down to, so it was just an absolute, chicken's teeth. It was just nothing in it at all. So
that's right.
That could be where you make up a lot of time. KLX, tell you what, he's gone a flat 8.
He does. That's quick.
That's
his teammate,
quick, man.
Marty Aussie 2, K-Goat, just posted a 108.3. Behind that, I saw Scotty in the Red Bull just posted 108.9, which is, look, there's not much at all separating these cars from P7 down to P12. You're looking at about 2/10 there. So all those cars, there's absolutely nothing in it. Nick Thompson is splitting those cars at the moment in P9. But as you said, KLX with the fastest, sitting on pole at the moment with a 108 flat, and just in front of Broke Vegan and Chill Pill, actually, in the Aston Martin. He's returned tonight. A 108.1 as well. So, there's absolutely nothing in it between the top 3.
He had nothing at all. Of course, the triumphant return of Nick Thompson. We won't talk about him much, just in case that horrible thing that we don't speak about happens. But welcome back, Nick Thompson. I know he's been very busy with work and life, and we all know life gets in the way sometimes, and it does take priority with our families and bits and pieces. But great to have Nick Thompson back on the grid. P9 with an 8.870 sitting in the pits at the moment. He will get out there and he will be posting a faster lap time. We might even see into the 7s. We might even see a 7 something from Clicks, I reckon. Surely, even Broke Vegan on an outlap.
Well, how about Marcus Costa? Surely he will...
he hasn't set a lap.
If he's nice and focused today on track, I'm sure he'll be posting in the 1.7s. But shout out to Daniel Starr in chat at the moment. Just obviously watching and enjoying the stream. So Daniel Starr, he's the team principal over in Oz F1 for Ferrari, but he's actually a Williams driver here at Inters. So great bloke in the racing scenes around here. So I'm just on board with Prezzo at the moment in the AlphaTauri, Marty B.
Me too.
There we go.
So good minds think alike.
Yeah. Just going to see if he's going to start his lap here. If you want to take this one away, maybe.
Do you reckon, is it time?
Wow, there's no time like the present.
There's no time like the present. All right, in that case, it is time to buckle up and neck up your Pelicans. Let's do a hot lap around Brazil. Turn 1, the centre as you do go downhill. You got to watch the curb, though. And on the power nice and early, hugging it like an esports driver to the outside. DRS flicks open there. That is the first zone under the MSC zone. Let's go down into turn number 4. This is where it starts getting a wee bit tricky. You've got to use the downforce on the exit there as well. Fantastic on the power, nice and early. Gear number 6 on the rev limiter. This is that double right where you get a wee bit unsettled if you touch that curb and you're not careful, but he's great. Look at that. He must be running high downforce into the right-hander as well. We go now on the power a little bit here. Squeeze it just into third, and the rotation of the car will take you through under Lenovo. This is Lenovo corner. Look at all the signs. Shout out to Lenovo, who make a fantastic product. Up and around over the hill we go, the flat-out left-hander. This can be a little bit sketchy on tyres that are a little bit worn, but down into the final corner, number 12. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of that, but you get on the power. There's actually 3 turns here. That is turn 13 right there. Then you go through 14 and turn number 15. They're very, very slim, but this is that massive main straight that we're talking about. Is this going to be a banger for Prezzo? Let's go across the line. It is P7 with an 8.471, and that is a hot lap into Lagos.
Bravo, Marty B. That was a ripper. And yeah, Prezzo's put himself right in the middle of that bunch that I was discussing before. And it looks like, there's a few that's added to there as well. We've seen Dools up in a 108.4, Illy Ryan 108.4 as well, Miller as well 108.4, and Nick Thompson. So there's absolutely nothing splitting these drivers from, you could say, P3 down to P9 there. So there's a proverbial bee's foreskin in it, Marty.
There is, in fact, a bee's doodle in it. You're absolutely right. As we do go into the 7s with Broke Vegan, a 179. Only just. He is only just in the 7s, but that is the first 7 we have seen all weekend. KLX on an outlap as well. The front row is not a bad place to be, and I think around here you possibly want to be sitting just... I don't know whether you want to be first. You don't want to be last, but I don't know whether you want to be first. I'm happy to, or I'd be happy to just sit behind and just wait and just use the DRS, save a little bit of ERS. Of course, down that main straight, you can do that very well, as Nick Thompson does jump into the box there. I thought he was going for a hot lap, but he might not have been improving. So there's not a lot in it. There is about a second. What have we got? 7, 9, 8, 9. So there is a 1 second covering the top 12 all the way down to Extinct Body there. Sorry, down to Scotty.
So we have Roscoe in the Ferrari on a hot lap currently. He's just heading around the... He's just about to hit the third sector.
Gosh, that's a nice looking car, isn't it?
It is beautiful. So Joseph... Yeah, I'm sending him invites. He's still trying to get in here.
Yeah, that's okay. Rounding turn number 12 there. Gosh, I really love that new livery. Thanks, Codemasters, for the update. I know we spend all of our money and all of our time waiting for you to just update liveries rather than make the game a better place to be. But, you know, it is what it is. Marcus Costa. Here we go. There it is. Marcus Costa retires from this qualifying session to be in P number 16, just in front of Mercy. Mercy, unfortunately, as you guys heard on the stream, had some technical failures, and his car just simply did not turn. I thought there was a bit of a strange place to park his McLaren there on the exit of the pit lane, but it is what it is. As Roscoe goes with a P4. KLX goes a 7.7.
No, you're dead right. Roscoe did. He did pump out a 108.3 to put himself up in a P4. It was a really good lap in the Ferrari, and KLX just did one better with a 107.7. So up in a pole again for KLX. So exchanging blows with Broke Vegan at the moment.
That's just ridiculous. I mean, you could probably imagine if Prince is out there, it'd be a 106.4 or something or other, but still a banger, a 7.7. I struggle to even get into the 8s, and I know a lot of guys out there listening will be like, yep, man, I hear you. Yeah, even just getting into the 8s is a feat, and all of these guys, except for Sammy, are in fact in the 8s. I think my lap last night was about an 8.6 maybe, or an 8, something or other around there, which would in fact put me outside the top 10 even.
Ooh. KLX has just gone around in the final corner, so he's just got to get out of the way of the Red Bull coming through there. I believe that may have been Scotty. Yep, it was. So Scotty's just going to come across the line. I believe that didn't affect his hot lap. Yeah, the Red Bull's going to come across the line here.
I think Dawes had a moment there earlier. Dawes had a moment. Okay. That's going to be a corner to watch. Obviously, we spoke during the week about setup around here. If you do not have enough downforce in the rear of the car, it's not ideal, and that is why. Because you need that. You just need even a few more clicks. Yeah.
And through 2 and 3 as well, you're going to get that
yes.
downforce, the rear downforce. I was struggling there during practice. But Illy Ryan in the house, he just went P4 overall, just past the finish line with a 108.2. So shout out to Illy Ryan, who's returning tonight in the house.
Is that on 3-lap soft? 3-lap old tyres?
Let's have a look.
Is that what that means?
Yes, yep, he's done 3 laps on those hard tyres, so maybe a couple of double out lap, maybe.
He's gone an 18.2. He's half a second quicker than me, and he's on bloody scrub tyres. Good on you, bro. Putting the house into P4.
Quicker than me, so.
Shout out to that man. Outstanding as well. We'll call him Scarecrow because he is outstanding in his field. So that does actually put Roscoe in the Ferrari down to P5. The Williams are split 1 and 6. Aussie and KLX. Very, very, gosh, that's a fast time from KLX. So these guys will be starting to put in some hot laps. Now as Jaco, the Red Bull, Broke Vegan has decided that is all she wrote. As Jaco is, what is he doing? He was just doing some burnouts, I'm assuming warming up his rear tyres, which you can do with no traction like that. But if you've got traction on, it makes it a little bit more difficult.
I believe, Jacko sometimes gets confused with his ambitions to be a rally driver around the F1 circuits. So it's interesting being on board with him sometimes.
We might even just sit with this now that you've mentioned that. As he flicks open the DRS, as we know, like a windmill down the main straight there. To turn 1, we're going to have a watch. We might even just see. He might take some excursions, almost dipping a toe in the grass there through the centre S's. That car looks nice and planted. As Massive Egos decides that is enough as well. But who are you sitting with?
Teammate just coming out of pits there. I thought maybe he was going to get a tow, but Scotty just a little bit late if that was the plan.
Well, yeah, okay. Actually, that might have been the plan. Unless Jaco's going to tow Scotty down the main straight. Let's just have a look out the rear of that. Rebel's far too far behind.
That
he
might
won't
be
keep
more
up.
The plan.
Might be.
Jaco's lap. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, because he'll drag him down to between 3 and 4 probably as well. That could be the plan. Let's just see what Jaco does. It's a beautiful view over the rear of that Red Bull. Through Lenovo we go.
Looks like
into the final sector.
Dick Nopson might be towing Sammy there in the Mercedes as well, maybe. So maybe one to keep an eye on. Of course, that's Nick Thompson. Excuse me.
Shout out to DK. P11 currently. It's great to have him back. I mean, we've just got to flash on this bloke for a moment.
Jacko, he just went up into P5 with a 108.3, so that was very impressive from the young Red Bull reserve.
And he's gone well off at the centre S's. He is not towing his teammate.
No, Scotty's coming through now on his hot lap. Maybe we'll jump on board with one of the best commentators that you've ever heard in online F1 racing. So Scotty just down the main straight at the moment, flicks open the rear wing. Let's have a look. You want to make sure that you beautifully gets enough of that curb on the inside. He may have gone a little bit wide, and he did invalidate. So that's the comms curse. I'm really sorry there, Scotty.
Let's get off and
do it from P13 at the moment.
Oh my goodness, that is the thing that we shall never talk about. Oh my goodness, and we almost did it to Nick Thompson as I flicked through him as well. I'm just going to turn off my screen and we're going to stop talking, and that is all she wrote.
The Mercedes aren't going to get around if they were going for a hot lap, so let's have a look and see if they post a quicker time. No, Nick Thompson is done. He didn't get around. Neither did Sam.
Nick Thompson had a moment.
Oh, Prezzo was around in the Alpha Tauri, pushing it too hard. And he's come back onto track after just going round and round on the grass there. It's unfortunate for the young man in the Alpha Tauri, so that's his qualifying done in P11. Let's see if Miller and Scotty can outdo him. No, Scotty's coming into pit, so...
I mean, Prezzo didn't invalidate, so he could probably still, come up with a lap.
We've got the Alpines, one of the Alpines, I believe, coming across the line now.
Where's Alpine?
Oh, no, it's a Williams.
Oh, I was going to say, the Alpines are out. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Prezzo comes across, and he will be boxing. And I wonder if these guys are going to save a set of soft.
So the Haas. Yeah, Ellie Ryan, I believe, is on a hot lap. Yep, coming around the finish, and he's going to... Yep, let's see if he can improve. Ellie Ryan, P7 at the moment.
Oh,
Goes
P4.
up into P4. Woo.
I tell you what.
108.1.
He's going to be one to watch this race, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh, absolutely. Ooh, excuse me.
Rapid.
Yeah, Extinct Body goes to P2 with 9.7, and that's it. That's all she wrote.
Extinct Body.
Yeah.
apologise, didn't see that one, but he's actually... Yep, I'm just on board with Extinct Body now. And there's an Aston Martin
parked in the middle of the front straight there. Godspeed to anybody who was trying to do a hot lap there.
Shout out to Extinct in the Alfa Romeo P2. Came out of nowhere at the end there, so KLX will be very happy with pole. And Broke Vegan just got pipped right at the end with Extinct Body in the Alfa going P2. Illy Ryan P4, Chill Pill P5, Aussie 2K Goat P6, Dools P7, Jacko is in P8. You got Roscoe on the Ferrari P9, Massive Ego is in the Alpine reserving to stay in P10, so that's a very good effort from the Tier 2 driver. Prezzo in his debut in the AlphaTauri P11, Miller P12, Nick Thompson P13, and Scotty, the team principal, in P14 there. Down to P15, we are looking at Sam in the Mercedes, Marcus Costa P16, of course, no lap there, and Mercy crashed his car on pit exit with his wheel not turned on.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than not being turned on. Let's be real. So that's all she wrote. That's going to be an interesting fight from the back. I think Marcus Costa shouldn't have too much of a trouble, but I know Mercy's very, very quick. And I reckon top 5 for Mercy. I'm just going to put it out there. I reckon strategy is going to come into play. Wow, you never know. You never know.
You never know. You never know.
I just thought I'd have a gamble. It was Tier 1, yeah. But I mean, if it happens, I can say I told you so.
There you go. Yeah, that's exactly right. So, Marty B, yep, you're putting it out there. And,
just popping it out there.
You've got to say it with your chest, that's for sure.
Yep.
So, all right, let's... I might just bring up the Tier 1 standings and just have a look and see how they're stacking up at the moment. Because, as we know, Prince was crowned champion. I think it was back in round... Could have been early as round 16, I believe. But at the moment, after round 18, we have KLX obviously in second place and the Williams at 255 points. G-Force, the Ferrari, missing a few rounds now with 190. Nick Thompson in P4 has had a fantastic season in the Mercedes with 152. Extinct Body in P5 with 126. Scotty's in P6 in the Red Bull with 114. And Marty, take this away.
Oh, it is 5 red lights. I was just going to say that. And we are the usual Codemasters holding, and it is lights out, and we are underway. Not a bad showing from the front row. They are all in perfect form coming into the centre S's at the moment. The Williams sitting there, KLX down and right behind, 2 wide. They go with Broke Vegan in the Alpine as well. A few cars running wide there as well. The Miller, the Aston Martin at the back running wide as well, getting squeezed by Scotty on the exit, but it looks pretty good so far. I have to say the Ferrari sitting there, Roscoe Arm has lost a few places. There must be some damage there as well. Cars going, what is it? Then there's contact back further. Who was that? That must have been Chill Pill. There is contact coming through turn number 3, I think, or turn number 4. That is unfortunate from those blokes. Dools having a hard time as well. Dools has gone off the track. There must be a missing front wing, and there is. That is the McLaren. That is box, as he does get put to the back as well. Who are you sitting with?
Oh, well, I was on board with Illy Ryan, actually, yeah, who got caught up there. I didn't see what happened. Just unfortunate. Looks like who was missing the front wing? Is it a McLaren? Yeah, it is.
It's a McLaren of Dools.
Yeah, unfortunately, and there's a couple of cars behind as well who may have some damage. I think Scotty, maybe Prezzo, Chill Pill. Yeah, maybe it looks like Illy Ryan is missing. Oh, no. He should be able to keep going. Anyway, we'll just get on board with the tyres quickly. So KLX and Aussie 2K Goat in P3 and 4 on the mediums. Everyone else in the top 11 are on hards. You've got Sam running mediums, P12, and Chill Pill is on the softs, and he's in a box.
He is in the box. It is box for 2 cars. That will be damage control there, I imagine, as Extinct Body sitting in that P2. He has jumped KLX, who's jumped down into P3 with his teammate right behind him as well. They're going to work together if they can in the early stages to try and get that move done. Coming now towards the end of the second sector into the third, and it is all go for Williams P3, P4. Roscoe in the P5. Roscoe arm as ever needs to keep his Roscoe legs inside the car and just use those pedals if he can. On the hards, he is the third hard runner. Mids change up the mix with the 2 Williams. That's going to be the strat's going to be mid to hard. A lot of cars did run hard to mid or hard to soft last night, I think. The safety cars, of course, did throw a few spanners in the works, but at this stage, it is Extinct Body from Broke Vegan. Now, the battle up the front with these mids, they're going to want to make them work as soon as they can. Aussie 2K is floating back a wee bit from his teammate. He's going to try and stay in that DRS for the next lap, which is going to be DRS activated, I think.
Now, the interesting thing for Roscoe and the Ferrari is that he's got two Williams in front of him who will be working together. You can see KLX has just dropped back just ever so slightly to bring Aussie 2K Goat into his DRS, which is open at the moment going down the straight there. And we know Aussie 2K Goat was the Tier 2 champion from last season in Season 4. So he's had a bloody good season here in the Williams in Tier 1 for his debut with the big dogs. So Marcus Costa already up into P6, so he's just lightning fast. 3 laps into it, he's already up. Let's have a look. He's up 10 positions, as is Yusuf in the Ferrari, which is, I don't mind seeing Yusuf in the Ferrari. Pretty sure he's representing another team today. I can't be sure about that, but we'll find out after the race is over, because of course he couldn't join during quali. He was having trouble with his connection, but he's in, and he's in a Ferrari, so whatever team he's representing, those points will go to that team. Lovely to see him in a Ferrari, and he's up 10 places just like Marcus.
Yeah, Mercy's up to P13. Let's not discount. That's just going to be the quiet smouldering burn. I think is Mercy down to P13 in the McLaren, currently behind Jaco in the Red Bull. Marcus Costa, of course, does pop in a 10.9. And up into P6 he goes, so let's not worry too much about that. Massive Ego sitting in the Alpine P7 on the hard tyre. He's going to run long, as is the majority of the field, actually. And no one has gone on to soft from those pits. I think it must have been one of those soft runners, as we do see Yusuf down the inside of Massive Ego into the same corner where the incident was on lap 1. So beautiful car. Gosh, that's a nice looking Ferrari. He is flashing. Yusuf is already flashing. He has already burned up all of that energy reserve, but he is catching up to his teammate Roscoe Armin P5.
Yep, looks like there was just a little bit of contact on the back of Nick Thompson's car there from the Aston Martin, getting a little bit cheeky on the corner there. So we'll just move a little bit further up the field, because of course KLX is really pushing on the back of Broke Vegan and Extinct Body in the Alfa Romeo P1. Overall, had a really good start to this race, obviously with a really good showing in qualifying. Now Marcus Costa on the back of Roscoe Arm, coming up to the finish line past the final turn there. He's going to get a good run. He's going to take the inside line. Looks like Roscoe's just going to let him go.
Straight line speed of that thing.
Yeah,
that is just rapid. Insane.
Should we try in the Alpine
telemetry?
Looking very fast in that Alpine on the back of Yusuf at the moment. So Damo doing a great effort there in P8, reserving in the Alpine. Oh, it looks like we've got a car around. Looks like Miller in the Alpha, in the Aston Martin is around. It's not an uncommon sight to see here in Tier 1.
Yeah, that's the Senna S, isn't it? That's coming downhill. It's a difficult braking zone. As you come into that left-hander, that drops away. And if you don't get it right, you get on the power too early, the inside wheels will just complain graphically, and that is what happens when you do not treat the Senna S's like they should be. So anyway, he will try and work his way back up again, as the two Ferraris have been taken by, obviously, by Marcus Costa, who's moving through the field relatively quickly. But that's okay. We can all live with that. Let's have a look. Nick Thompson's still sitting in P9. I don't want to sit with him too long and get that horrible thing happen. But squiggle there from Yusuf on the exit of, 13. No, sorry, exit of 12. As you start going uphill towards the main straight.
Broke Vegan's just taken the lead there on Extinct Body, just going into turn 1. So
Extinct's gone off.
Yep. He's lost control of that car ever so slightly, and it's cost him a bunch of positions here as Marcus goes up on the inside, as does Roscoe. So up into P5 for Roscoe, and Extinct just going to have to tuck in behind the Ferrari there and hopefully get that car under a bit more composure.
Oh, yeah, no damage, though, luckily, on that Alfa Romeo. Thankfully, he's just going to sit and tuck in right behind Roscoe Arm and just see what he can try and work back from that. As we've got a caution. We've got Massive Egos out. Damo's out.
Yep.
Let's have a look.
That is straight, I believe. Yep. Maybe a bit of curb there, and just maybe lost the rear end, maybe.
That is a safety car.
Now, so,
here we go.
Yep. Dools and Chill Pill will be very happy to see that, as will Illy Ryan, I'm pretty sure. He was super fast at the start of this race and got caught up and fell back into P13, so he'll be looking to climb up. There'll be a bunch of drivers back there. Jacko, Miller, happy to see that safety car come out there. Just giving them a little bit more life back into this race for those drivers at the back. Yeah,
it's going to bunch up the field, isn't it? So this is where, I don't know.
Boxing.
I think
they're boxing.
They are boxing. Everyone's boxing.
Roscoe stayed out on the medium.
Yusuf should stay out.
On the hards, I'm sorry.
The hard runners should be staying out, I imagine.
Yep.
Yeah, there goes Yusuf. In fact, that's what I did last night. The first safety car, roundabout now, actually, around about lap 7 or 8, I was on the hards and I stayed out, which is what the Ferraris are doing. Track position, it was unfortunate about the second safety car. Look how many are diving into the pit lane.
Yeah, what I've noticed, Marty B, is that if there's a chance for these guys in Tier 1, the really fast guys, if there's a chance to box and put on fresh tyres, they do it almost no matter what. Even if they've done like 6 laps on hards, they just, if the opportunity is there to take the faster tyres, they do it. They get track position, obviously fighting through the field, and yeah, that's just the way that it looks like they're playing it. So, interesting.
I don't think I've ever seen so many cars box on such an early safety car. That's got to be a record. That is so many, and they've all gone to the mids and hards. Of course, no one's going to go soft. Who would go soft? They'd do about 8 laps. The front of the pack is now beautiful scarlet Ferraris. I mean, gosh, like I've always said, I'm not biased, but if I was, this would be a fantastic way to see lap 7 under safety car being held. So the Alpine broke vegan clicks and extinct body the top 5. Marcus Costa P6. Everybody boxed except for the Ferraris. In fact, on a Dools, I don't think Dools boxed, did he? Because Dools had a moment.
Dools did box.
He did.
But
Okay.
it was a lap prior, so he'll be kicking himself. Yep.
That's horrible, eh? When you think,
Dools,
cool, I'm going to box, and then there's a safety car the next lap, and then you just get left at the back again. It's horrible.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
You got to feel for Dools. He's had a bit of a hard run recently, not his fault, but yeah, these blokes are just so talented. So if he can just have an opportunity, yep, he will definitely be crawling, fighting his way back up to the top, because yeah, he's definitely got the talent to do that. Let's have a look here. So most of these drivers did opt for the mediums. We've got, as you said, the 2 front runners, they stayed out on 7-lap old hards. Then you've got KLX and P4 on the hards. Aussie 2K Goat, his teammate, P7 on the hards. Sam and Scotty, P10 and P11. And as we said, Dools on the hards. The rest are on mediums. So, yeah,
now,
going to see how long... Yep,
you do get two sets of meds, true? 2 sets of brand new meds?
This is true.
Yeah, okay. So those that started on meds, I wonder if they've gone to another set of meds. I wonder if anybody did that, because you can sort of go med. If there's another safety car soon in the next 10 laps, you can go med hard and run to the end. This is what I love. I hate safety cars, don't get me wrong, but when you're watching a race, and I know for the spectators out there, thank you so much for joining us on Twitch. I know you guys love a little bit of strategy call and a little bit of a few tools thrown in the works and spanners that mix things up. So it's beautiful to watch, but it's horrible to be in, if you know what I mean. It's disgusting when there's too many safety cars, and safety cars in this lap.
Ooh,
that's a late call. That is a late call.
So if your tyres aren't up to temperature, you're going to get caught out, you'd imagine, in the first couple of corners. But we've seen the Alfa Romeo, Timmy, the team principal, is in the chat, and he's saying Yusuf is representing Alfa Romeo tonight. He might be, but his heart's in Ferrari, Timmy, I'll tell you that.
And it is green. We are back underway as Broke Vegan has a look down the inside of the Ferrari as well, coming into turn number 1. He is going to make that move. Is he going to get it to stick? He is. That sticks like shit to a blanket, really, all over that car. Couldn't help but say it. Couldn't help it, as he's going to get swallowed up as well. I'll tell you what, by the Williams of KLX, as Yusuf down into turn number 4.
Marcus as well on the outside. There's plenty of side-by-side racing, if you don't mind. This is absolutely fantastic viewing at the moment. Extinct Body just goes back in behind Marcus Costa there, as does Yusuf behind KLX, as you were calling, Marty.
Yeah, now they went a little bit side-by-side there, but Marcus is just tucking around the outside. What can you see?
Extinct on the outside.
Extinct had a moment.
Marcus. Yeah, this is tremendous racing.
Marcus has just touched Yusuf on the outside. It's a big lunge. Big rear lock-up from Marcus. That is drift D1NZ style from Marcus. Holy crap.
It off. That was remarkable. Yeah,
that was
I did the same
fantastic.
move yesterday on Quiet Cake, and let me tell you, it felt absolutely amazing, but probably not as much style as Marcus. Yeah, no doubt about it. So Extinct up into P4. That was fantastic racing from the boys there. And Aussie 2K Goat up on the inside of Yosef, up into P6, gets the move done cleanly there. So fantastic spectacle here from the Tier 1 boys after that safety car restart.
Oh, I tell you what, Interlagos is turning it up this Sunday night. Let's go racing. We've got another 27 laps to go, and these strategies are going to be upside down. There's a few hard runners. I'll tell you what, Roscoe Arms sitting at the front. What's that?
Nick Thompson up on the inside of the Ferrari, getting the move done. Oh, that was very clean from Nick Thompson there. Mercy just tucking back in behind, having an absolute front row view of that one. That was pretty to watch.
Now, I'm just going to quickly touch and say, hey, Mercy, Oh, no, Mercy's gone round! I've done it again!
Mercy's been hit from Prezzo.
Oh, my God!
The Alpha Tower's given him a tap, so he'll be really... unfortunate there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mercy
my God. I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have said anything.
So you've got to say, Jacko, he's really taken advantage of that. He's up into P9, and Scotty as well have followed his teammate up into P10, Miller up into P11, and Prezzo just having to let a few of those cars go by. Unfortunately, just feeling a little bit under the pressure from not being able to pull it up in time, and we've got a car in the pits. I believe it's Dools again.
It is Dools and Ellie Ryan are box. Honestly, Broseph, I'm scared to talk about anyone. It's just looking like it's one of those races, mate. It really is. I'm scared.
It's one of those races for the Papaya team, that's for sure, Marty. It's going to break your heart seeing those two in P16 and P17 at the back of the field at the moment. So they're going to rely on another safety car, and just unfortunate there for Mercy because he was flying around there and really good driving.
Yes.
One of those things that happened. So.
Yep. Shout out to you, Mercy. I'm so sorry. I hope you're not listening on the stream. Excuse me. I hope you're not listening on the stream, and I hope that was just an unfortunate moment. But it just seems to be, doesn't it? Sometimes you just sit on board and Marcus is out.
Yeah, Extinct and Marcus came together, I believe. I think Marcus was really pushing it up on the inside, and Extinct was within his rights to hold his line. I didn't see exactly what happened. Very unfortunate to see a car out.
This is the second safety car. This is it. This is exactly last night all over again. So
the McLaren.
What happens now? They're going to love it. So does Mercy and Dools, do they box? I mean, Dools is already boxed. He just boxed earlier. But unfortunate for that Delta, he's not going to gain any time due to that. Is so unfortunate. Shout out to Dools. That is just so unfortunate. As Roscoe, that's a free pit stop for Roscoe. I'll tell you what, off those hards, onto those mids, he can run to the end on those. So, spanner in the works.
Roscoe was doing a great job on those. I believe they were about 9-10 lap old hards as well, just keeping KLX and Aussie 2K Goat, Nick Thompson at bay there. Great job to hold on there. So, as you said, he'll be very happy to see that safety car come out and get on some brand new medium tyres. So it's worked out well for the Ferrari driver, and Yusuf, who is representing Alfa Romeo. Just for those of you who aren't aware, Yusuf is representing Alfa Romeo tonight.
It does look awfully like there is two Ferraris working together, but yeah, you're absolutely right. He is not representing Ferrari. That is just the car he happened to get in due to the struggling to get into the lobby at the start of the race. So the two Red Bulls, P6, P7, Jaco and Scotty, going to work together. The hards and the mids are in the mix. Fresh mids for Roscoe down to Prezzo. P13, the Alpha Tauri. Of course, you and I, Broseph, we're OG Alpha Tauri members. So hopefully he can do well tonight. Miller P12 and the Aston Martin with the only penalty across the board. Let's just have a quick look and see what that is. That is a 3 second. That'll be track limits. So, that's just unfortunate. Yeah. So you can never discount that. Sometimes those penalties can be removed, but now, I know there's a few leagues out there, Broseph, that actually do not remove in-game penalties. I think it's the Ironman League that Jano Opmeer races in, where they do 100% races. They just don't remove in-game penalties. If you just get whatever you get, that's it. You just get it. There's no removing. So I think that's sometimes a bit harsh because Codemasters, of course, have made a fantastic game that doesn't, it doesn't shaft you in any way for anything you ever do,
Yep. Now, there's a bit of word going on here that Mercy may have been taken out. So that's the message going around. So I'm sure there'll be something being put in the incident reports at the end of this race, and we hope nothing untoward, of course, going on there. It's not what we want to see. Mercy's, definitely one of the finest drivers we've got here, and is a fine admin member, great bloke. So, hopefully nothing sinister going on.
Hopefully not. We won't even speak of that because we can only speculate. And it is what it is. But a few fresh tyres across the field, everything from 10 down, P10 that is, and down. Fresh tyres apart from Prezzo and P15 on the 5-lap mids. He boxed a little while ago, didn't gain any places into the safety car though. As for everybody else, the top 9 are currently sitting on 6-lap mids and hards. It's a mix. It's almost 50-50, so there's 5 mids and 4 hards. It's going to be interesting to see what happens on the safety car restart. Hopefully we don't see another one. But who are you sitting on board with for the restart, Broseph?
Well, that's a good question.
I'm scared.
I'll probably sit on board with someone at the front. I mean, you'll have to jump on with Broke Vegan, make sure he gets away with a clean start. We're going to do one more lap before the safety car comes in. You'll jump on board with Broke Vegan. I'll probably jump on board with Nick Thompson and just have a look at his view, as the two Williams obviously will be trying to keep those positions together as teammates in P2 and P3. Aussie 2K Goat will be protecting KLX with his life in that car. So I'll be looking for Nick Thompson to take an early advantage on those medium tyres. A little bit more life left in those, and see what he can do from the jump.
Yeah, I think so. He's going to need to be boxing soon. The 7-lap mid runners are going to probably give it maybe another 5. We are doing a few under safety car anyway, so that'll certainly save a bit of tyre life. But I know Nick Thompson likes to run long and have the freshest tyres at the end of the race. I imagine he's going to go to hards. I don't know, give it probably 5 or 8 laps or something, maybe around the early 20s. He might even run long going soft. You just never know. You never know with these guys. Tier 1 is where it's at. It is where it's happening. So the field bunches up. We would imagine it'll be safety car in this lap as these guys are going to be warming up their tyres. So we will sit. I might sit with Broke Vegan at the front.
Yeah. I'm going to sit a little bit further behind the pack here and just keep my eye on a few things as they unfold after this safety car goes in and we get back underway. Let's hope it's as good as racing as we saw when the safety car came in the first time. So there we go, race control. Safety car in, and take it away, Marty.
Yeah, Bert Mylander, go and bloody park your car in the garage there, mate. Take your boots off, because hopefully there's not going to be any more safety cars as Broke Vegan is holding this pack up. The two Williams are chomping at the bit. They are so keen to get going, and we are just sitting slowly crawling down under the Qatar Airways sign across the DRS line. The brake is on. Gear number 1 for Broke Vegan as we look for the restart. Are we going to go racing? He is just crawling. He is just squeaking along like a mouse down a hallway. He is waiting. We're on the grid and it is green. We are racing and it is underway. A fantastic, bloody hell, that was a fantastic restart. That was so intense. Into turn number 1 we go. The S's on with KLX as Broke Vegan does get a good jump. He's got a good couple of tenths there on the KLX and the Williams. Nick Thompson sitting P4 as well. Extinct Body holding his own there. We've got a caution. Do we have a car round? That will be Miller.
He's gone
not
right
having
in the back of Yusuf in the Ferrari/Alfa Romeo, so getting that all wrong again, unfortunately there. But Matty AU has predicted it, and I reckon he's spot on. So Mercy up in a P13, so he'll be happy with that restart, jumping up a few cars there. Prezzo in behind him, and let's see how this one unfolds, Marty.
Yeah, I have to say, unfortunate for Dulles, he's missing a left front end plate on that McLaren. My heart bleeds for Papaya. It's just not a great race for McLaren this time around. But anyway, he will just continue on. It'll be box for Dulles, I imagine. You'd certainly need the downforce around here. Let's jump off him so we don't do another curse. And
we've got a car off. It looks like it might be Sam. Yep, just cutting a bit of grass there. Unfortunately, not enough heat in the tyres maybe, but Mercy's all on the back of Ely Ryan's Haas at the moment. You've got to get on board with that one. He's coming around the final turn now. He's going to get a nice run. He'll have to move to the outside to get this move done, but Ely Ryan will defend like a champion. He's going to be burning to keep Mercy behind him. Will Mercy break later? He does.
Oh, last of the late breakers. He's going to go for the switchback, and he down through the centre. S is all over the curve like a fat kid on a cupcake as he gets a great exit as well, but he's going to tuck in for the slipstream. DRS not enabled for 2 laps after the safety car as Scotty and Roscoe, I'll tell you what, they're going side by side to turn number 3 turn number 4 as well. I'll tell you what.
Fantastic racing.
That was fantastic.
From Roscoe and Scotty there. And at the back with Ellie Ryan and Mercy, really first-class stuff there that you want to see. So, we've got a car
Jacko's around.
It looks like it might be Jacko. So right in the middle of the racing line, just absolute carnage and chaos through there as the cars try to avoid that mess there.
Miller almost gets it wrong and takes them out. There's 2 cars off. There's a Red Bull out as well. Hang on, that's Jacko. Sorry, there was another car. I'm sure there was 2 cars parked in there somewhere. Maybe I was wrong. That might have almost been Extinct Body. I think it was Extinct Body, and the Alfa Romeo also got tangled up in that spaghetti mess of turn number... Yep. 6 and 7 somewhere, I think it was. The same time I think you had the issue last night.
Jacko picks up a 3-second time penalty. He's still on the grass as we speak at the moment, so struggling to get that Red Bull under control and just lets Extinct Body go there. So, yeah, that's unfortunate, but the reflex of these drivers, absolutely fantastic. None of them got damage apart from Jacko, who is coming in to pit the box.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, look at Roscoe Arm. He's going to have a look down the inside of Chilpill into turn number 4. Does he get the Ferrari turn? He does. Let's have a look over the rear wing. He gets that move done. What a fantastic move that was. He's going to make that stick like glue to a piece of paper. Fantastic. He's going to burn to try and defend as well as Chilpill comes back in the Aston Martin. Down through the middle sector. This is where it gets a bit technical. There's no real overtaking opportunities here unless you can get it absolutely right. And just lodges a wee bit of a complaint there from the rear of Chilpill's car as well. And hey, don't say the name, but have a look who's in P3. It is the return. He is coming back in force. In that Mercedes. Let's go.
As I said earlier, Nick Thompson has split those 2 Williams, so the medium tyre is really working for him there. He got in front of Aussie 2K Goat. What are you seeing, Marty?
No, I was just going to say, you've said the name. Let's not. You've said the name of the person. Let's try, and I'm terrified of saying people's names now after these couple of incidents. As I'll tell you what, Nick Thompson's going to get done by Aussie. No, he's not. Down in turn number 1 into the centre S's. Down there, complaints from the rear end of that Mercedes. He's going to probably get done, but he'll just sit in behind. Nick Thompson is a very, very wise man. He's a little bit like Gandalf. He'll just say, you shall not pass. But in this case, he's just going to sit in behind, save that ERS, and he will be on the attack further into this race. The hards aren't going to go. What can you see?
Nick Thompson is under the attack at the moment from the Ferrari up on the inside, and Nick lets him go. So Roscoe getting the move done there, much fresher tyres, and I think Nick Thompson knew it. So he'll just tuck back in behind the Ferrari and hope that Chilpill doesn't close that gap so he can open the DRS and chase down P5. But Roscoe is absolutely on a mission. Of course, he's got the fresher tyre than Aussie 2K Goat up in P3 at the moment, and Roscoe just biding his time there. So Aussie, he's got his work cut out to try and catch up to his teammate. I don't think he will. So it's really going to be a battle here for Roscoe to get this move done as quick as he can down towards turn 1. And he's got a great exit there. He's all over the back of that Williams. Just got to open up the DRS and it should be quite an easy job to get this done. As you see to the outside, nice and smooth there from the Ferrari driver. Of course, this is his 2nd race tonight. I signed him recently to the Ferrari team and it's great to see him out there fighting for a podium, Marty.
Yeah, it's a DRS slams shut into that braking zone. He's got the Williams of Aussie 2K behind him. Nick Thompson is going to want to stick in with Aussie as well and stay in that DRS. Hopefully they can try and find some pace in those tyres. They're going to be boxing soon. I think 12 laps is a long stint on meds. They're not going to the end. What can you see?
Chilpill going for a move around the outside of Joseph, and Joseph absolutely closed the door on him. There was no chance that Chilpill picks up a 3-second time penalty for just pushing it a little bit wide there, so that's going to cost him. But Mercy behind in P8 in the McLaren, and Scotty right behind him in P9 in the Red Bull. Presso as well, you can't forget him in the AlphaTauri. He's caught up, and this is where the action is. It's from P6 all the way down to P11. So there's a big fight going on here, Marty, in the middle of the field and on the middle of this lap 19.
Oh, it's just action aplenty. I'll tell you what, Mercy up into P8, dispatches of Scotty, and he is on a mission. 6 lap meds, they are the freshest in the field, and he's going to be looking to make some moves, maybe go for a late safety car if he can. Broke Vegan, I think, has just been done by KLX down the main straight under the DRS zone. And it is a quick time for these boys making the most of these tyres that are wearing very quickly a little bit. I'm getting off Broke Vegan. A wee bit of a moment. They're coming down the hill into the DRS as well. Behind KLX, he'll just flick it open. I imagine he'll be saving a few battery powers here, sticking his Energizer Bunny in the pocket and just waiting and biding his time. So thankfully we are here with a dry Brazilian race. and it's all paying its dues as Mercy does dispatch of Chilpill as well. But Mercy's flashing up the storm, Broseph.
Mercy, he's got the moves on the grid at the moment. Be interesting to see if he's got any moves on the dance floor. He's got a certain amount of style with him, you've got to say, in that McLaren. So Mercy absolutely getting it done, making the most out of those fresh mediums up into P7, as you said, and already in the DRS zone of Yusuf in the Alfa Romeo livery Ferrari.
Yeah, he's got to stay in that DRS of Yusuf. We know Yusuf has the pace, and coming up in the field is P5 for Nick Thompson. We've got a yellow flag. That is Miller, I think, as well, parking his car on the grass, cutting a wee bit of the lawn. Not a great showing from, not a great time for Miller, I should say. Unfortunate for that man, and Dull sitting at the back of the field on the soft. But let's go back up to where the action is. Nick Thompson sitting on the rear of Yusuf, and that's what we said. He's just got to stay with him in the DRS zone down through the centre S's down the hill. Difficult traction zone. A wee bit of a squiggle there from the back of Yusuf as Nick Thompson is going to go for the move down the inside with the DRS open. That is the letterbox. That gives him about another 15 kilometres an hour worth of speed. Oh, he's going to. Yusuf might get done by Mercy as well. We've got a beautiful view over the rear wing of the Mercedes of Nick Thompson as this battle is unfolding, Broseph. It is unfolding. Yeah. Oh, there's contact
sure
even.
Is. Oh, Mercy!
Mercy runs wide. Goes deep under braking.
Yep. Goes deep to get the move done, to get the inside run here, and
this is a beautiful
absolutely
view.
Superb from the McLaren driver. That really was finger licking good there, and I'm sure he'll be enjoying a bit of KFC after this race. But Yusuf in the Alfa Romeo in P7, just getting done there on slightly older tyres, but fighting really well down the Alfa Romeo. Didn't get to qualify, unfortunately, Yusuf, so straight into racing, and he's done pretty well, you've got to say, for no practice, just hopping straight in the car when it was parked on the grid at the start of the race.
Yep, that's a fantastic go for not having any practice, as we do see. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to say I told you so,
yeah.
But
You did.
Yep.
Go on.
I mean, let's not count our chickens. Let's just Marty B's smiling ear to ear.
Coming back on the inside of Mercy in the Mercedes.
Gets a 3-second time. 5 seconds spinning in the pit lane. Down the inside goes Nick Thompson on Mercy, who will be defending.
Mercy goes for the switchback.
Oh my God! For the switchback, side by side. Let's have a look. This is where, honestly, I'm forgetting to breathe sometimes. I'm barely even blinking. Oh, he gets the move done again. Down the inside goes Yusuf on Nick Thompson as well.
Yep.
Side, there's gonna be any contact. There's gonna be any contact.
Nick pushes him a little bit wide just to try and close the door, but Yusuf up on the inside. I think he might just get the move done, and he does. But Nick Thompson, really good fighting on there, but Mercy gets the job done, as does Yusuf. And Nick Thompson with the 15-lap-old tyres, just a little bit less grip there, but amazing fighting there from those boys. Nick had to concede with Mercy on the outside of turn 5, I believe, and it was a super clean move. We've got a caution in sector 2. I believe it might be Sam, unfortunately.
I can't see. Let's have a look. Where's Sammy? No, Sam looks good. He might have just had a wee bit of an off. Turn number 12, I think it is.
Look, it looks like Bro Vegan might be getting the move done on KLX's heat. No, just tucking in behind in turn 5, I believe. Turn 4, 5.
Yeah, I'll tell you who's making the most of that too is Roscoe Arm. He is just sitting pretty. 5-lap fresher tyres, a couple of tenths behind Broke Vegan. He's looking at a podium at this stage. As who's that? Someone's gone round.
Nick Thompson.
Nick Thompson's had a moment.
Turn 4, I believe.
That's those
got
old
into some
tyres.
trouble there. Didn't see what happened, but yeah, as you said, Roscoe really fighting these guys for the lead at the moment with 23 and a half laps done here. So interesting to see if these guys at the front are going to hold on with those old tyres. You believe Broke Vegan, 16-lap old mediums, he's going to be boxing.
They can't be good. They cannot be good. 16-lap hards is okay for KLX. I think he will be sitting pretty at this stage, but 16 on meds. I think Roscoe might be okay. Mercy might be okay, and so will Yusuf. Anything more than 15, I think you're probably just it's just going to be in the hands of the gods, whether you get a puncture or not. As KLX is still fighting with Broke Vegan. Roscoe's going to try and take the most of this. Look at the battery left on these cars at the front. How do they get so much pace and don't use any battery? I don't understand.
I'm not sure how they do it, to be honest. But I tell you what, who'll be sweating at the moment is Aussie 2K Goat in the Williams, because Mercy has got within the DRS zone, and Aussie, you'll be doing everything you can to keep him at bay. There's no doubt about it. I know these two love going back and forth on chat and on the road.
Aussie gets a bit of a moment too. He gets it all wrong. A little bit crossed up coming out of 4. This could be it. This could be it for Mercy. This could be P number 4, but he's going to have to look after those tyres, though, Broseph. Don't you reckon?
He'll have to nurse him, but I think he's more concerned with just making as many positions as he can. There's still plenty of time left for another safety car, and those tyres are serving him well. So, yeah, I think you've just got to go for it at the moment. We've seen Nick Thompson box and Illy Ryan. Oh, no, sorry, it was just Nick Thompson who boxed just then, so he's on the fresh mediums, had enough of those hards, mate.
Yep, had enough of those hards. They had run very, very long. Fresh mids from Nick Thompson. Be interesting to see if he should be able to get a top 10, I imagine. There's probably fresh tyres around here, probably worth at least a couple of seconds a lap.
Oh, Kalex just got the move done on Broke Vegan going into turn 1, and Roscoe just sitting behind in P3, just biding his time, waiting for the opportunity here. So great racing from these guys out in front. Kalex and Broke Vegan just going blow for blow here over the last couple of laps.
Yeah, it's going to be frustrating for Roscoe because he's just in a DRS train behind Kalex. Kalex is just going to be defending up a storm, but he's obviously running a little bit lower downforce. So in a straight line, he's got the speed as the rear of his car does complain coming out of turn number 4 there. Those tyres can't be that great, but I'll tell you what, the hards for 18 laps are going to be better than 18 lap meds.
Oh, no doubt about it. So I think Roscoe's playing the right game here. He just has to be patient behind these drivers. Yeah, he's just got to be patient. And Chilpill, I think he's just come into pit. Yeah, he has. So he's coming out of the pits now on fresh softs. So he's going to try and get about 13 laps done on those tyres, Marty.
Yeah, I think, what have we got? 12 left, including 11 left, including this one.
Oh, sorry.
So,
mass was never a strong point there.
25 plus 60 equals 36. That's what he's going to be doing. He's going to run 10. He'll run 10 on those soft. They'll go the distance nice and easily, I think. We did do 12. I obviously opted to box for the meds last night, and they did manage to do 12. Someone's around.
We've got a yellow flag in Sector 2, but we should stay on with the top 3 here at the moment. It's just a fantastic spectacle. Prezzo unfortunately picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane, and Brad Vegan gets the run on Kalex on the inside going into turn 4 in the Alpine. Gets the move done nice and clean. These guys, as I said, just going back and forth. Roscoe in P3, Aussie 2K Goat fighting with Mercy at the moment, back in P4. Just about 10, 20, maybe 30 car lengths behind, 6.5 seconds anyway. So back to the top 3, Broke Vegan in P1, KLX. I'm just going to have a look at the telemetry here and just peek and have a look. Oh, yep, interesting stuff. So, yep, one of those drivers absolutely sitting in the box seat with their ERS at the moment, Marty.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I shouldn't be showing telemetry on the screen at this stage of the race, just for those that aren't watching. That are watching. So I've just switched that off. I know it's always nice to see telemetry sometimes, but I've just realised after what you were saying that it's a bit of an insight onto drivers around them. So as Broke Vegan and Kalex, they're just going toe for toe. I don't know whether Kalex may be running a little bit lower downforce. Roscoe, that's got to be frustrating for Roscoe. But I'll tell you what, Broke Vegan, it's almost puncture territory, isn't it? Really? 20 lap old meds?
Yeah,
they can't be good. I don't know how he's doing it.
Yeah, I don't know how he's nursing them so well. But yeah, these guys, as we said, the T1 cream of the crop, just getting the most out of these cars and the tyres. They must be screaming at him, but he's just staying right in the back pocket of KLX and getting a nice tow as well. So looking nice and good from these drivers at the front. Very clean racing.
Yeah, Chilpill making the most of those softs as well. Sammy gets a 3-second penalty. I feel like a car just went off in the background there. Might have been a glitch on my screen. The cars they're pretty well spread out by now. As Sammy goes out, I did see a car going off in the back, and it was Sammy. I'm not sure where that was. If I'm honest, we do have a caution, Sector 1. Sammy has retired in the pit lane. And his car will be coming back onto the track, unfortunately. I think Illy Ryan's out too.
He's just crashed, unfortunately. Illy Ryan in Sector 1, at the end of Sector 1, just going around turn 4 into 5. So that one caught out Damo as well, I believe, earlier. Yeah, so Illy Ryan plenty fast today, but unfortunately not getting the job done. Miller retiring in pits.
Oh, as Nick Thompson gets a drive-through. I did see Nick Thompson's on the track. He was stationary.
They were all. It was just the drive-throughs. So you've got to say shout out to Codemasters. Looks like they've delivered
amazing
a hell of a delta there for those drivers.
That's, they were stationary. Extinct was just flat out stopped on the track, and he still got one.
It's very unfortunate for those guys because they were racing so hard, so clean, really good. Just unfortunate. But the fortunate thing is there's only one car behind them and duels.
Well, that's true.
So it won't cost them too much, of course. And Extinct Body, who's just coming into pits.
Gosh, I love this game so much. I can't wait.
Yeah.
For, yeah. Shout out to Codemasters. Anyway, let's not dwell. Let's look forward. Pit lane for Prezzo, Chillpill, Extinct down the back in the box for the soft. The only person staying out is on the mids is Nick Thompson in P8 at the moment. So he has moved up a few, and I think he will be going for track position. The mids actually are a lovely tyre, I'll be honest. The mids were wonderful last night for me. They worked out really well. But the softs did drop off quite quickly after about 8 laps, I think. But we have it'll be 7 or 8 racing laps after this. So it was it was basically a free pit stop for KLX for the whole field. It was a free pit stop. So
yeah.
It is what it is, man.
Safety Car City at the moment, that's number 3, and I believe I agree with you, Battlecat. He's just thrown something in the chat there, and he says he's ready to throw $100 at F1 24. So yeah, we have been promised. I've seen a couple of YouTubers drop a few videos on F1 24, and they've got a little bit of inside information into some of the developers there, and it does look like, we've mentioned this before, but they are going to build a brand new F1 game from the ground up. We all know, and we've said this plenty of times, but this game that we're playing right now, the model of this game was built in 2013, if you can believe it or not. And they've actually just put coding upon coding upon coding for 10 years and tweaked a little things here and there, but there's still so many bugs and things wrong with this game. And we just hope they get it right and the brand new one they build next year. Of course, this franchise, EA Sports, has made billions of dollars off all of us paying for the same game for the last 10 years. So you'd think they'd have the resources to get it right. And they better, or we'll be riding.
Yep, we will be playing something else, and we look forward to it. Hopefully, we can wait with bated breath and just see what happens. I think personally, what they need to really spend their money on is F1 Life. What I want actually is I want 10 more couches. I want some more couches, bro. Some more couches. I can't wait for more lamps. Some shoes, mate. I want some bloody pants.
Yep.
That's what I really want.
Yep. The brown shade lamp and the red leather couch. I dream of that stuff,
honestly, I can't wait to spend my hard-earned money on a painting that no one
really
sees. It's just brilliant.
The garbage they serve up these days, it really is. Anyway,
it's just amazing. Anyway, that is our whinge. That's our whinge for the stream. Safety car is not coming in because Bert Mylander has decided. Oh no, it is coming in, but we have not had the display on the screen, but it is in.
Look at Broke Vegan. He's doing a Maxi Verstappen here, right on the back wheels of KLX. This is you're not actually allowed to get on side, Broke Vegan. You have to be one car behind. So
as he does,
and he's off and racing.
That's cheeky. That's so cheeky. Soft down the inside of the McLaren goes Mercy. Mercy around the outside into the center. That is into P3 for Mercy. I'm not going to say anything just yet, but what a fantastic drive. That is a fantastic drive. Yeah, just in front of Roscoe Arm there as well. Roscoe has a wee bit of a look to the inside, but he's not going to get that move done. He's going to stick in behind. It is ramping up, 7 to go.
Sure is. It's all happening. Broke Vegan all over the back of KLX. You've got Roscoe all over the back of Mercy and Yusuf all over the back of Aussie 2K Goat. Scotty as well in P7 having a great drive in the Red Bull. You've got Chillpill behind him, unfortunately with the time penalty, as is Prezzo in P9 in the AlphaTauri, and Nick Thompson also, I believe, the drive-through in P10 in the Mercedes. Extinct Body in the Alfa Romeo P11 right behind as well, and Dools unfortunately hasn't caught up yet. Hopefully he can just catch up to the field at some point and have a bit of a race with another car on track. It'll be a very lonely race for him, but he's going to pull in some points from McLaren if he finishes.
Yeah, he really is. Extinct Body, I think, just got past Nick Thompson as well as who is into the pit lane. That is Nick Thompson. Is there damage? There is damage on that Mercedes. And
drive-through.
Let's have a look. Oh, sorry, drive-through. Sorry. Yes, I couldn't quite see, but that is the drive-through they are serving, so they do not get done at the end of the race. That is so unfortunate. That is just amazing. Anyway, on with the show we go. Broke Vegan, KLX sitting in the pretty spot on the fresh soft duels, goes 9.6 on a quick time lap. Beautiful from the McLaren. Unfortunate that he's down in P12. He'd love to be making the most of those fast laps if he could. But Roscoe Arm, I tell you what, this is where it's at, bro. So this is where the battle is. Roscoe Arm on the back of Mercy. That is red on Papaya. And this could be interesting down to the final stages as we have 5 to go. These cars they're still bunched up.
Oh! Mercy gets a little bit of a sloppy exit there, and Roscoe taking all advantage up on the outside, but Mercy's got
down the inside. Yep.
Coming up the hill at Interlagos, and this is where the cars really get the most out of this horsepower.
Roscoe's going to get done by Aussie as well. Down the inside, Aussie will be burning up a storm.
Aussie absolutely is getting a bit of toe there from the McLaren as well.
He's having a look at
done on Roscoe, but Roscoe going on the outside. He's going to have to dip his toes in. No, he doesn't. Comes back inside onto the track.
Good defending from Mercy.
Racing.
That's so... Wow. What a fantastic view from the chopper. Shout out to the pilot. That is beautiful. Beautiful as Mercy's flashing the Ferrari of Roscoe's. There's almost contact between the two Ferraris down towards turn number 4 as... I tell you what, Roscoe just managed to pull that up almost into the rear end of Roscoe. Oh, my goodness.
Yep. We do say 2 Ferraris, but Josef he's representing Alfa Romeo. So, just amazing racing from these guys. Roscoe up on the inside. Aussie 2K Goat gets a little bit squeezed there. Has
a little bit of contact.
Yep. We saw Marcus do a hell of a move there a few laps earlier and pulled that one off, but Roscoe just getting a little bit squeezed there. But fantastic racing from these blokes, and KLX holding onto the lead in the Williams at the moment. But Broke Vegan will get the DRS, I believe, on this lap, Marty. Am I correct?
Yes. I think so. Everybody is in DRS down to P8. Yep. I think it is.
Sure
I don't know whether I'd call that a DRS train, to be honest, mate. It is just a bunched up bunch of cars. A bunch of bunches.
Bunch of bunches.
A bunch of bunches.
To stay in front, and he does. Broke Vegan can't put the pressure on the back of that Williams that he wants at the moment, but Roscoe in the Ferrari putting all sorts of pressure on Aussie 2K Goat. Of course, all of these drivers now on the same compound of tyres are on 5-lap-old softs. Chilpill and Prezzo, Nick Thompson and Dull slightly younger tyres, but the guys battling from P10 upwards on the same set, and this is great racing here.
This is fantastic racing. Only a couple of penalties across the board. Unfortunate for those drive-throughs for those drivers. Under that safety car, it was just one of those things, but that has put them to the rear, but they're still fighting. There is only 12 left. Everybody will get points for their team at this stage of the race, unless all they've got to do is just keep it on the black stuff, as they say. So the fight at the moment looks to be possibly Scotty is having a look at the rear of Yusuf as well. I wonder if he might try and make a move there and split those two red cars. As we say, Yusuf is not representing Ferrari. It's hard to say that. It's hard to remember that, I should say, and you sort of say, oh, the two Ferraris are together, but they're not. Roscoe doing the work for his team there in P5 on the soft tyres down the main straight we go now. We have got 3 to go after the start-finish line. It is going to be down to the wire, bro. So Broke Vegan sitting still. Man, I tell you what, he's less than 4 tenths.
Yep, and Mercy as well. He was in danger of falling out of that DRS range from the 2 cars in front of him in P1 and P2, but he's managed to just reel them back in ever so slightly, and he's got the DRS open, as does Aussie 2K Goat in the Williams behind Mercy in P4. Roscoe in the Ferrari, fantastic job in P5, getting all over the back of Aussie 2K Goat. Will he be brave enough to make a move through the second sector in these winding turns? Marty will stay on board. Oh, it looks like
Extinct and Scotty going side by side. Yep. That's beautiful racing. The Alfa Romeo and the Red Bull there looking fantastic on the track. A bit of a squiggle there from Extinct as well. He's going to get swallowed back by Scotty, possibly, as Extinct is flashing. That is less than 10% ERS on that Alfa Romeo. Down through towards the final sector we go. Now the left-hander down the hill. It looks like it's going to be Extinct down the main straight. But DRS, wide open. I don't think Extinct is going to get... No, he's not. No DRS from Yusuf in front. Scotty's behind with a big gap back to Chilpill as well. So we're going to see if that's going to be an overtake. Surely it's got to be, unless he's going to sit behind and save some ERS.
Yeah, we're just coming up to 2 laps. 2 laps to go here, Marty. It's going to be a hell of a race to the finish because Broke Vegan is really lining up KLX to get this move done when it counts on the final lap. He's just sitting in there being nice and patient because Mercy, he does have the pace, but I don't think he's going to have enough to get the job done over these 2 cars in front of him. Hopefully I won't have cake on my face at the end of this, but yeah, just fantastic racing. Also, Roscoe really putting pressure on Aussie 2K Goat, looking to put him under pressure to put him in a bit of a vulnerable position here, up on the inside.
It's a big dive! Oh, round the outside, 2 trailer park Roscoes And is he going to lose contact?
Big squeeze.
Oh, the squeeze is a rear lock-up. That is that same corner. And I'll tell you what, he got it done. That was beautiful. That was beautiful to watch.
That was outstanding.
No way.
There. Oh, and Aussie 2K Goat feeling the pressure from the Alfa Romeo behind him as well in P6. He's got a 3-second time penalty, so Aussie won't have to fight that one too much, but Aussie wants to stay in contact with Roscoe after that little battling there in the third sector. Fabulous stuff.
Oh, man, honestly, I'm sometimes forgetting to breathe, let alone blink. There is just action aplenty. DRS down the main straight. This is it. This is the final countdown. We are on lap 36 of 36 here at Interlagos. The Brazilian Grand Prix, mate, I tell you what, it's wrapping up to be a banger.
Dools, unfortunately, having a little bit of a spin there in the third sector, but that won't mind. I don't think he'll be bothered too much, but as you said, yep, final lap here of the Tier 1 race at Interlagos at Inters Racing League, and Broke Vegan will stay on board with the Alpine driver, getting a little bit unsettled, going out of turn 5 there. He's got to really get on the back of KLX to make sure he can get this job done. KLX really looking to hold on to this race win for Williams, of course. That'll just about confirm that he'll be the number 2 driver in Tier 1 for the season. So let's have a look at this finish. Marty, call at home, would you?
Oh, mate, down around the final, kind of the final turn. Turn number 12, there's still a wee bit of a kink to go, but coming across the line, in this stage, it will be KLX Williams here in Brazil. It has been a banger. It has been 36 laps, season number 5, Tier 1, as he does a wee bit of a squiggle there, and I'm telling you what, Broke Vegan throws it into the wall. Down the patch we go, across the line, as the penalties... oh, excuse me, I'm losing my voice a little bit. Roscoe gets P4.
Oh, sorry.
I'm losing my voice, mate. Hey, can I just say that I told you so? P3 for Mercy. Look at that in the McLaren.
Yeah,
Papaya.
outstanding. It worked out for Mercy there, no doubt
it really
about it.
did.
As you said, Roscoe fought very hard to secure that P4. For the prancing horse there, outstanding battles there with Aussie 2K Goat at the end. Aussie picks up P5 in the Williams, so another outstanding points grab there for the Williams team, and they're looking to secure the overall championship with just 1 round to go now. So, yeah, interesting. Once we tally those points up, we'll see if they've done enough to maybe secure the title. I don't think so, because Mercy picked up 3rd. He's going to create a little wedge in between Williams there and the points. He'll be very happy to secure that podium, and yeah, outstanding after that 3rd safety car went in, Marty. It was just brilliant racing there from the boys to bring it home for the last, 8 or so laps?
7, what about? Oh, there we go. On the screen, Mercy is the driver of the day. To be honest, I would probably give Mercy driver of the day too. What a banger. He was at the back 3 times, I think, and has somehow managed to crawl back to a podium. Oh, that was such great racing from Broke Vegan and KLX right up there at the front, hanging onto those tyres. Late safety car brings things into the mix with a fresh set of boots. Mate.
Yeah, outstanding.
That was exciting.
That's SJ in chat asking who is leading the championship, and of course, it's Prince who wrapped it up about 3 or 4 rounds ago. SJ, absolutely dominating performance there from Prince. Had an outstanding season, and that's 3-time champion in Tier 1, back to back for Prince. Yeah, so outstanding from him. But great race there today. Rounding at the top 10, we had Aussie in P5, Scotty in the Red Bull in P6, Extinct Body, fantastic drive there in the Alfa Romeo, climbing back up for P7, Yusuf in the Alfa Romeo in P8, Prezzo climbed his way back up at the field to bring P9 points in for Alpha Tauri today. Nick Thompson runs at the top 10 in the Mercedes, Chill Pill P11, and Dools finished in P12, and the rest, I believe, were DNFs there, Marty.
Yeah, I think they were actually. P13 from Ellie Ryan down. Let's just have a look. I'm waiting for that thing to flick over. Yeah, DNFs from 13 down. So Ellie Ryan, Miller, Sammy, Jaco, Marcus Costa, Massive Ego. Of course, Marcus Costa going out early. Massive Ego having an issue as well. Penalties across the board. Racing aplenty, Broseph. That was such a banger, as we have one more round next week. That's a great way to close out the penultimate round. So we are in Abu Dhabi next week. Let's have a look. Who is in the chat? I think. Hey, is it Mercy? Is Mercy in here? I think I saw him join. I'm just going to go on record and say, Mercy, that I called it. I said at the start that you would be top 5, and you are top 5. So I'm so happy with that, mate. McLaren, Papaya on the podium. What a fantastic race. You were at the back, I think 2 or 3 times, right? And you have clawed your way back, mate. Strategy has come into play. You've chosen all of the right tyres, all of the right time to press the brake pedal and the accelerator. You've just matched it brilliantly. Tell me about it.
Yeah, there wasn't much strategy in that one. I think Dills and I copped every single incident possible. We were involved in everything. I got spun and he drove into me, and I think we both
Yeah.
had the worst race ever. Obviously, at the back, he still finished, so credit for him for sticking it out. But yeah, well, at the back, I was there like half the race, but I think a couple incidents helped, and then with that last safety car, Aussie got held by like a second with the double stack, so I got in front of him, and yeah, I was just going all out because I had nothing really to lose, and got Roscoe into turn 1 and just tried to hold on for DRS from Broke Vegan and Kalex, so somehow managed to keep it and yeah, come in for a P3.
Yeah, nice one. Safety cars are plenty, eh? So, I mean, I don't even know whether you had a strategy. I don't know if anybody had a strategy coming into this race, looking at the last 2 that we had on Friday and Saturday. Safety cars just seem to plague this somehow. How do you feel about this track? Is it one of your favourites, or, what are your thoughts?
It's not one of my favourites, but not my worst. I've come to like it a bit more lately, but I haven't really been too good at it in the past. But
Did you
managed to.
run? Did you run the same setup last night as you did tonight?
Yeah, same setup. I think there's a bit more downforce than a couple of the other boys, but obviously with DRS and the battery, that didn't have too much of an effect. But
Yeah, see, into the closing stages there, to be honest, the 2 cars in front of you, Broke Vegan and KLX, they were sitting in the 60 or 80% of battery, and you, I know, were running
I
on
had
fumes. We could
nothing.
see you flashing. You had nothing.
Yeah.
So you were just lucky to stay in that DRS zone. Very, very lucky, in fact, to stay there. And you just pulled away from, of course, I think it was Roscoe behind you, was it?
It was Aussie 2K.
Sorry,
It
Aussie
was
2K.
Aussie, and
Yeah.
then yeah,
And then Roscoe,
Roscoe made
yeah.
a move on
And then
him.
Roscoe, yeah. So just managing to hang on to it there in the closing stages. Fresh tyres, of course, helped as well. We know you've got a lot of pace. Well done on the podium. Any questions for Mercy, Broseph?
Yeah, mate. The one that everyone's dying to hear. When you actually did pass Aussie 2K go just at the end there, did you flick him the bird as you went past?
No, we were in a party together.
Yeah.
The plan was not to fight because Yusuf was behind. We were in our own little thing, so just keep swapping. Although he's the championship rival, we're still good mates, and same with KLX. We're all in there, so it was
No
just some
doubt
nice
about it.
racing with him.
Yeah, it's all good banter. Plenty of good racing out there on track from you blokes. It was a pleasure to watch, Mercy, so congratulations on a podium in Tier 1. Of course, you have wrapped up the Tier 2 championship, so congratulations on this season, mate. It's been an outstanding performance from you all around, reserving for Tier 1, doing a great job for your team, McLaren. And, yeah, it looks like you may be elevated into Tier 1 next season. We'll wait for the announcement, but, yeah, congratulations on a great season, mate. Well done.
Cheers, boys, and congrats to KLX and Broke Vegan.
Beautiful. All right, Marty B. We'll let Mercy go, and you can kick things off with the race winner, KLX, in the Williams.
Let me just bring up the Williams on the screen. KLX, the pace, mate. You had the pace in the Williams. Williams in real life does not have the quickness that you had out there tonight coming into the second to last round. How are you feeling? How did the race go for you?
Yeah, man, it was a good race, bro. Good quality. Getting pole. Oh, did I? No, I did. Yeah,
You
sorry.
sure did.
It seems a while back almost now. It was all long race, but I got pole position. Didn't have the ideal start, losing a few positions, but it was a quite a good race from that point onwards. Had the pace. I was on a different strategy from everybody else, but that made it nice and interesting, especially with the pit stops as well. And then, yeah, we had that with that safety car early on, pitting on the hards. Thought I was going to go to the end on it, but then that late safety car on the softs really spiced things up. Made it real interesting. And then, had a great battle with Brokey Vegan pretty much the whole race through. Hard but fair racing. But no, that was good fun racing him the whole race. And that was a good race overall. Aussie also had a good finish there, P5 as well. So, real good points for the team as well.
Yeah, I think in the closing stages there with about 15 to go, 15, 12 to go or something or other, you were on the hards. Before that final safety car, you were on the hards, I think, weren't you? And they were about 18 laps old. They were very, very, very worn, but I think it was broke behind you, had 18 lap mid, so you were on the same age of tyres but a different compound. And obviously that safety car came out late. I think it could have been a different story had there not been the safety car. I think there would have been some punctures behind you. But you started on meds, I think, and then went to hards and then to soft.
Yeah, so it was
Yes.
a medium strategy, was going to do the medium hard, and then with that safety cars, obviously, plan was really not, it wasn't really to go stay out till the end of the race, but as the race developed, that was what it looked like, to be fair.
Yeah.
And it was working out. The tyre wear wasn't ridiculous, and I thought that the medium runners would either fall off a cliff with the tyre wear, would have to be forced to pit. So, yeah, I feel like that safety car maybe saved those guys a little bit, but who knows what would have happened, to be fair.
100% it saved them.
Worked out.
100%. I think you would have been fine. You could have carried on those hards. But I think a few cars behind you, like I said, it would have been puncture territory for them. So, fantastic race from you. Of course, are we going to see you next season number 6 at Inters Racing League or not?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Nice. Sounds good. Oh, I look forward to it, mate. I look forward to it. I can't wait to steal your setups from Time Trial and tweak them to suit myself. I do like the things that you put in there, the setups and bits and pieces. I do, obviously, like I said, I do change it, but it's always a great base to go off someone who's as quick as you, my friend. So well done on the race win. Williams Racing started on pole, finished on the front row of the race. And I couldn't come up with the right words there. Finished on the front. Finished at the front of the front. Let's just say that. So did a two-stop. I'll make it work for you. Well done, KLX. We look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah, cheers, lads. Thanks for your comments, Adam.
Yeah, outstanding, KLX. Well done, mate. Congratulations on another race win. Looks like you will finish P2 in the championship overall. Of course, if we look at the overall standings in the constructors, before this round, we had Williams out on top with 1,049 points, just 46 points clear of McLaren. So we'll crunch the numbers at the end of this round, and we'll get it up there. But it looks like it's just two teams battling for the constructors. McLaren, of course, winning it last season. Mercy wanting to go back-to-back, and Williams fighting there to clinch their first one at Inters Racing League. So looks like Alfa Romeo and Ferrari and Aston Martin will be battling it out for the third position overall in the constructors. So make sure you guys are tuning in for the last round 20, Inters Racing League, kicking it off at 8 p.m. Friday night in Tier 3. Marty B, thanks for joining us today. Outstanding racing there in Interlagos, and outstanding commentary from you. Thank you so much for your help today, mate.
Oh, no worries. Thanks for sitting next to me here in the commentary box. We don't have Broke Vegan in the chat, I don't think, do we?
No, Broke Vegan will be missing today, so shout out to him.
That's okay.
Great performance in P2. I'm sure his team principal ads will be over the moon because we know Alpine is in the bin this season.
In the recycling centre. I think, yes, that's absolutely right. So, excellent. All right, final thoughts before we wrap this up, Broseph?
Final thoughts. Just looking forward to Abu Dhabi. Final round, mate. It's it's been a long season. It really has. It seems like it's gone quick, but 20 rounds is quite long. For those looking to race in Season 6, we have the drivers' sign-up forms already in Discord, so make sure that you get involved for next season. We've even got the team principal forms available as well. If you're looking to guide a team to victory, you can get in and engineer your boys when they're racing during the weekend, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. So, make sure you get on, sign up, and we'll be going again with a 16-round. I'll just let you in on a little bit of news. We're doing 16 rounds next season, guys. So stay tuned for more news coming soon. And thanks for joining us, Marty. We'll leave it there, mate.
Yep, we sure will. We have been in Brazil. I have been Marty B with the one and only Broseph Coop up here in Sky Race Control. And we will see you in 7 days on Sunday in Abu Dhabi. Peace.
Peace.